right? Like, because we're already live right now, and it feels
Yes.
weird to talk during the countdown, but it feels weirder to just wait while the numbers go. We just stare
Yeah, just staring at
at,
each
at
other.
each other. Oh man. So I realize every week that I do a terrible job of taking way too long to get to the actual talent. And so I'm not going to delay today. We have Viviana Morales Kolb on as our guest this morning, which who knows when you're going to be listening to it, but it is bright and early here, at least where I am. So normally it's nighttime and I've got like a sleepy time tea and the water going, but instead I've got my second cup of coffee this morning. What are you fueled by this morning?
I'm feeling good. Oh, fueled by,
Yeah. Hey,
don't
and
even laugh
feeling.
because it's against everything that we talk about in the health realm. uh, Here we go.
Boy,
Bum energy. I don't know. It's kind of bright there. I'm drinking an energy drink.
you know what? It's all about balance.
It's all about balance. I'm about to hit the road. I'm gonna be wired, so it's like I wanted to come in like really wired for you. That was
Heck
like
yeah.
one of my goals. And then it's like, I got my number one fan
My
t-shirt.
gosh, this is
Don't
amazing.
you
So
just love how AI like works to like take out background? Look at
hey,
you. You got the
hey,
drink.
AI kept my hair long. It could have given me, some bigger muscles would have been nice. But I guess I got to do that for myself.
It even's got the podcast name, Any Given Day.
That is
Like, we're
sick.
we're getting it.
That is sick. Well, I do know that you were listening to the old school any given day podcast before I revamped it.
Yeah, I definitely was. Before the hiatus, I enjoyed both sides of the spectrum, so, even before you started the new Any Given Day, I like the rawness, you were always putting yourself out there, vulnerable, um, and just also just listening to you chat sounds like, you're listening to a friend chatting, um, good stuff. I'm glad you kept going, glad you came back. That was, like, the big thing.
Me too, and admittedly, like, I love the new format. It's so much more natural for me to just converse with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I had a couple instances where I'd recorded, like, 45-minute podcasts of the old one, and they were gone. Like, I got to the end, and it was like, "Oh, like, your session stopped recording at, like, 22 minutes in," and I was
Oh,
just
I would
like,
cry.
oh, I probably did cry, admittedly. So,
Few tears here and there.
yeah, so, like, this form it's just easier. It's like jump on, hit go, we go. I haven't had oh, man, knock on wood, I haven't had any of these erased yet, but it's like in a worst case scenario, we just line up and we talk again, right? Like, oh, God forbid I get to talk to somebody cool twice, as opposed to listen to myself ramble twice. Just 2 different experiences.
I don't know, we'll see what happens. You may not wanna talk to me again. This may be it. You might be like, "What the hell did I get myself into?"
That that's what that's what I'm hoping for. That's exactly what I wanna be 30 minutes into this, fearing for my life, wondering
Yeah.
if this is safe for public consumption.
Like, "Oh, shit." Yeah, okay, hold on to the bar.
Man, I won't lie, I normally record up in the office, which is a shared office with me and my girlfriend, who's wisely still sleeping, and so I, like, had to, like, carry this it's like this stand-up desk situation. I was, like, carrying it down the stairs this morning.
Oh, poor thing. I'm
No, it's good,
already
it's good
putting
for
you
the
through
upper
a
back.
workout.
That's right, that's right.
Mission accomplished. That's all I wanted was to put Nate through some kind of workout and, all of life's accomplishments are over.
I
Can
won't
I can
lie.
finally rest now.
Well, and you really can, because 'cause I'm still sweating from that, actually. It was a great, like, upper back in fact, I hit some upper back yesterday, so
Very cool. Yeah, back's my favorite, as most people can tell.
I've got, like, 5 hours of landscaping today, so if you wanna come out and help with that, it's definitely great for the back.
I probably should. Right after they exhaust me shooting, I'll come out there and help you. Where do you live again, Nate?
I am in Colorado,
Oh,
Springs.
yes, of course. Beautiful
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Very
And
nice.
you're in Texas.
I'm in Texas, San Antonio, same spot you guys had the conference last year. So I'm sure, did you guys get a chance to get around the city at all? I know you guys are busy.
I have been to San Antonio now probably 15 times.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So I can't pretend I know anything about it. Every time I'm there, it's like the first time, but I have gotten around the city a decent amount. I've been out toward like Dripping Springs, way back when to visit the power athlete guys. Um, been out to Austin, but yeah.
Just don't come now that everybody's really hyped up about the Spurs. Don't come. Just stay
Oh,
where you
okay.
are.
Yeah.
It's safer. It's a little crazy out there.
It's not even fair with the Spurs with Wembley. Like, it's not even fair.
They're getting wild. Yeah. It's party city right now. Yeah, just bad intentions all over the city.
Oh man, yeah. No, I'll steer clear of that. I'll
Yeah,
hide out
steer
here in
clear.
the mountains on my bike, where the only thing I have to fear is gravity.
Yeah, hide there till after the finals and
I love that you live in Texas and you have a hat on right now that is a baseball cap that says cowboy hat.
Yeah, so today, one of the things we're doing at the range is we're all taking pictures with cowboy hats. So this is mine.
Oh, well
This is my
played.
variation of a cowboy hat.
So chat a little bit about what you are about to go do, because it's like the most on brand one for you. It's very on brand, and it's fairly on brand for this podcast.
So basically, we call it range games. Is our little version of or a little mini shot of like a tactical game kind of day. And then so we're gonna run through some tables, shoot pistol and rifle, and then in between each one, each iteration, we're gonna do some functional fitness. And it's a surprise. It's always a surprise what we're gonna do. Last time we were doing uh, the air bikes, which I hate
Oh,
air.
don't. You can't get fit enough for that to not suck.
No, not at all. The funniest thing is, if you watch back through like all my reels and stuff, I actually have one in the house and I never use it. That's how much I love it.
Man, I'll say
So,
if
we
you want to
own
sell
one.
it,
Well, my husband uses it, so he's the one that likes the air assault torture.
so he's the crazy one in the relationship. Got it.
Yeah, I would love for him to hear that. Yeah, definitely. He's the crazy one.
I, now I'm getting the feeling that that is not true. Actually,
Depends on who you ask.
the bike is just his one vice, his one piece of crazy.
His escapism.
That's right. That's. I mean, it will take you to another planet. That is for sure.
I mean, I guess if he's willing to get on the bike, instead of hanging out with me, then there's your answer for that. No.
Oh no! Oh no! He's like, no, I'll just keep riding.
Yeah, like for 45 minutes on an aerosol bike is probably some kind of inclination of something.
That's that is true. That is true. I don't think I've ever been on one more than 10 minutes, maybe.
Right, right.
And I
Right.
probably wasn't moving the whole time.
I don't
Probably
know,
like,
my mode of torture is Jacob's. A lot of people don't like
oh,
Jacob's ladder, but I can withstand the Jacob's for a while.
okay. The only thing I don't love about Jacobs is like it's you got to find that sweet spot where it's smooth, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
can be so clunky, and so it's like tough to get in that rhythm. I'm just out of practice, is really what it is.
It is tough to get into the rhythm, and then also not a lot of gyms maintain them very well. So I'll
Hmm.
go to the gym and I'll get on the Jacobs and it's crap. Like it's not like you said, it's not even rolling smoothly or it's missing the waist strap or whatever the case is. So
You have to just like pull that wire out and put it in your teeth and just hold it.
But it's always cool when they do have one because I'm literally the only person that uses it.
I was gonna say there's at group we had like 5 of them and they were used all the time. And now at this. I work in like a commercial, like a Air Force commercial gym facility, and there's one Jacobs, and it's like in the back corner, and it's in like the one spot that just gets like smashed by the sun because nobody's ever there. And
Right.
I think I've been on it twice, and it was like I was like, this thing hasn't been cleaned or maintained in decades.
I'll
This was
give
the
you kudos
original.
for getting on it twice, though.
It's probably 2 times more than most people.
Exactly.
So
Very cool.
so when you say we are going to the range, who's we?
So a big group of Team RWB members, especially from the Houston chapter. So our Houston chapter captain, he's very much into this realm of training and fitness. He's ex law enforcement, ex Army veteran. So very cool stuff. He's putting together. We just bring our own ammo and everything else is all set up. They also brought a door, so we're breaching doors today too. So I'm excited. I've never done that,
Sick.
so I'm super excited about that. Him and a buddy of his was at Home Depot yesterday getting that prepped up for everybody. So see how it goes.
That's pretty awesome. Admittedly, I'm not this is ironic, but I'm not a big gun guy. Um, like since getting out, I don't really do much with guns, but I love breaching. Like loved
Ooh.
love like Matt doing we did like a master breacher thing with Rangers, and it was a killer week. Like it was so fun, and anything having to do with breaching, I'm all about it. So that part of it sounds especially fun to
Yeah.
me.
Very cool. I didn't know. I didn't pin you for like someone that isn't into the guns as much these days, but it makes sense. I can't remember who it was that you had on, but I've really loved the end of your episode with him where he was like,
Colin,
get a dog instead
yeah,
of a gun, and
yeah.
I was like, I actually really love that.
Yeah, it's what I mean, it's tough, like, I definitely live on both sides of it, and I understand all the
Mhm.
sides, and when I first got out, like, I did, concealed carry, and I started to build an M4, and I was like, "Okay," like, I had this list of, like, "These are the guns I want," and I guess just, like, as life has gone on, I've just deprioritized that, and then sort of been like, are these worth the risks that are involved with them? And like, I don't even know the answers to that, but I just decided for me that like, and I'm not anti-gun. That's definitely not it. I'm definitely for gun regulations. Like, I don't
Absolutely.
buy the slippery slope argument of like suddenly they're going to take all our guns. I'm like, there are way too many for them to take. Um,
I agree. Yeah.
but like, yeah, like if we're going to make it tough for people to get behind a steering wheel, I think we should make it tough for people to get behind a trigger. I don't know. This is probably the most political this podcast has ever got.
Oh, no. And it's my fault. It must be the cowboy hat. I
You
don't know,
say we
Texas as
I mean, I should have known, like, "Oh, I'm bringing on a gunslinger from Texas who's about to go to the range to do
I
the
use
fan
the
bike
term
breach doors."
gunslinger very lightly.
Nope. Nope, that's the name of the episode is now Gunslinger. It's done.
Yeah, definitely more of a, kid slinger. I always got a kid on my in my arms. Um but yeah, and that the podcast made me laugh because of the dogs. I have 2 dogs too, but they cause me more anxiety than my children, so
No.
so they haven't
It's
worked out. I think I need, like, a service dog or something. My dogs need a service dog.
your
That's where they're
your
at.
dogs need service. That's where the kids come in.
Yeah, the kids, they actually calm me down a little even more so than my 2 dogs, so
I won't lie, when you first said you were a kid slinger, I imagine you just, like, yeeting, like, just this poor child, just, "Woo!" I'm like, "Oh, hope he."
at times, that
It's
definitely like, I can envision that for sure.
that's parenthood.
Yeah, I think every parent goes through that time where they can just envision slinging their kid somewhere.
You know what? I will get more texts about what you just said with people saying, "Oh, I felt that." That is like when Viv said
Absolutely.
that, I felt that.
Absolutely, and I'm a boy mom through and through, and we all know boys are they can get wild. They're
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
they are wild.
But
So yeah, and I have all ages. They range from 19 all the way down to 2 years old. So definitely, g-
well, that's the full gamut right
that's
there.
a full gamut.
I'd
Yeah,
be going to the range too.
exactly. That's what the military does to you, right? You go through a few traumatic relationships, and now you have kids in different age
That's
groups.
oh my gosh.
Lots of
That
life,
lots of life. That's definitely a good way to put it. So,
but no regrets. No
no,
regrets.
hey, I love that even more. I mean, we we can only move forward, right? Like, I don't know. We can't like be stewing and regret and things like that.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes it's tough, we ruminate on things that we could have done better or, whatever the case was. But in the end of the day, I gotta appreciate what I have now. And, I'm grateful for it. So I'm grateful for especially my kids. They're definitely one of my big whys.
That's awesome.
So they keep me pushing forward. I was surprised. So my people were surprised to know that, my older boys, I have a 19 and 14-year-old, they are not very active.
Really?
Right. So yesterday, I got like the best call of my life when I spoke to my 19-year-old and he said, "Guess what, mom? I was in the gym with my friend." And I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah." I was like, that is that is what I'm working for right here for this phone call. You
Yeah.
I'm in the gym with my buddy. I'm trying to get more consistent. He's like, "I'm working on aesthetics."
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say and he's doing curls, and he's doing flies and shrugs,
Yeah.
and you're gonna get a call today that he's sore as hell.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing curls for the girls right now, but,
Yeah. Yeah.
eventually I hope that, like, progresses into something else, more lifestyle. But I'm so stoked, like, he's starting that journey, and I can't wait to see the results.
I was gonna say you can't be picky about what it is that gets somebody in the gym. Like,
Oh,
that's
heck
the
no. Yeah.
yeah, you need that gateway drug.
Exactly, exactly, and I can't wait for him to get on that train.
So perfect transition, speaking of gateways and military service, I saw a super brief clip of you that was in, like, a montage of clips that said, something about you joining to rewrite your own story, which is one of the
Yeah.
coolest quotes ever. So, can you tell us a little bit about your joining or, like, what got you moving towards service to begin with?
Absolutely. I'm originally from Miami, Florida. That's where I was born and raised. Um, Miami, Florida is like what most people think of Miami, they think of beaches and bikinis and awesomeness. But like any other city, there's some dark sides to it. It's not always, rainbows. And I grew up around some of the wrong individuals. So being able to join the military was a way for me to rewrite my story in the sense that I saw or I was predicting a very negative future for myself. Um, I really didn't know if I was gonna live to be past like 21. That's where I was. I was like in a bad spot, hanging out with the wrong people, and I'm like, you know what? I need to do something that has some meaning and some purpose to it. Um, and the military was that for me. And what inspired me, funny enough, was of course a movie, right? We
Yeah.
watch movies and we're like, "Holy shit, that's what I need to be doing." And for me, don't laugh, Nate. That movie was G.I. Jane.
What? What? Wait a
And
minute.
of course, obviously, I didn't go that hardcore as we
Did you
know. I
shave
I
your
went
head?
Army, I went into medical services, but but I watched G.I. Jane, and I was like, "I wanna be fucking Demi Moore. Like, this is what I need to be doing. I don't need to be around here in this neighborhood doing this stupid shit." out here with my crew.
Yeah.
I
You're like,
needed
"I need to be in the army doing stupid shit."
I need to be in the army doing stupid shit that matters.
That's right. That's with
Yeah.
purpose. Yes. Stupid shit with purpose. Alright, I'm writing that down.
Stupid shit with purpose. I mean, even those long days in the motor pool had some kind of purpose in it at the end of the day. I mean, I think it did. I don't know. Maybe. We unpacking, packing an ISU 50 times. It had something. It had purpose. I like to tell myself that. But
I'll tell you the purpose. Have you ever watched somebody who's never, like, had to open and close those type of handles that you use
yeah.
on, like, an ISU, and they're just, like, struggling and they're lost, and you're like, "Get out of the way." And then you're
Get
just like,
out of the way. I got this.
"Yeah, yeah." You're like, "I got" that's the purpose of it.
Also, watching people who've never done it pack their trunk full of stuff or
I
pack
know.
it, oh my god, like, get
It
out the way, I got this. It will all fit, trust me.
that's right, that's right. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope my brother is listening to this because, like, him and I both have that packing skill, and I know that right now he's just thinking like, "Yeah, yeah."
Yeah, we will make this fit.
Yeah, exact "Get out my way.
The
Hold my beer."
masters of Tetris, that's what they're training us up for.
100%. Those are
But,
long days.
yeah, definitely, joined when I was 17 to basic, and yeah, the rest is history. Spent 12 years in the Army, on the medical service side. Not as cool as you, but I will tell you, I never met a ranger I didn't like, and I've only met 5. So
That's why, because 'cause you've only met 5.
in my time in medical services, I met 5. So worked with one. Worked with one when I was on the trail, and he almost broke my ankle. So
Oh, man. See?
yeah, but it's okay. We became buddies after that. He was doing like a combatives demo, and he was going a little hard. Like,
Oh,
calm
man.
down. But fun time.
Story for another time, but
Yeah.
I have a I did a combative I was the guinea pig in a combatives demo with a law enforcement officer in San Antonio,
Oh,
and,
nice.
talk about going too hard. This guy kinda lost his marbles a little bit. It was wild.
What
I'll
did
leave it.
you do? Did you recover?
I all I did like, I thought I was just, like, the dummy and, like, along for the ride, and
Right.
he thought that I was trying to, like, show him up, and he went full wild man. Like, like, people had to, like, jump in. It was weird. It was wild.
Look at us bonding over similar traumas.
Right.
And I definitely wasn't trying to show him up. I was just like, "Ah, let's go with the flow." And he
Yeah. Yeah, like, this guy was like, "You ever try to show me up again?" I was like, "What?" I literally was just, like, letting you throw me around like a rag doll. Like, I don't know what I did. I know my massive 165-pound frame was just really
I tell you, I
intimidating.
was even lighter then. I was like
Dude,
115 soaking wet, and
damn!
I was like, "Yeah, I almost lost my foot there." Thanks.
Dude.
Oh,
Uh, s
man.
some
But I
people
will
just take
tell
it
you,
too
the
seriously.
loyalty runs deep with you guys because when I was transitioning out and I signed out of the installation that last day I was in the military, he was the one that showed up to say bye.
Heck
So,
yeah.
yeah. So
It
I had a
is
lot of respect.
it's a weird thing because you make such fast, deep friendship. You know this in the military, right? Like, you
Mhm.
know someone for 24 hours and suddenly it's like you've known them your whole life. But then 24 hours later, they could just be like they're forever in your past. And like that's okay. But now that same person, if they showed up 24 years later at your doorstep, you'd be like, "Come on in."
Exactly. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So, like I've
There's
had a
been
few
Oh,
I
go
always say
ahead.
it's like open door here. Like am I how like if you're military or in the coaching community, like, and you need a place to crash in Colorado, like, you just come through, right? Because I know we're gonna be instantly friends.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's the same. I always tell everybody I've had the same phone number for 19 years. I'm like, it's not gonna change. Like, I'm here. Keep it locked in, and then you got access to me anytime you want to talk. Yeah,
That's awesome.
definitely
What
keep the door open.
what's sort of a highlight from your time in service? I mean, 12
Oh.
years, you got me beat.
Oh, there's actually there's quite a few. But one of my favorites obviously was being a drill sergeant. I mean, I enjoyed that, just the impact that it had. I felt like it brought a lot of value to my service. And just the impact that we had on those entry level, trainees. So it was always cool to see them come in and they're all like young and interesting, not committed, not disciplined, and just seeing most of them, transition over to where it's like they actually had pride in the uniform. I think, now we see a lot of things within the generation where it's like wearing the uniform is like another, McDonald's out, and I'll
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
it's just an outfit that I'm wearing. It's like, this looks cool. I like how I look in reels, and there isn't like a sense of pride or purpose behind it. And, so I like to see that transition with some of them where it's like, "Oh, shit," I really signed up for something that has more to it than me just posting, like, a reel looking cool in my uniform, so
yeah. You I mean, you nailed it. So one, you're the second drill instructor. I mean, you're a drill sergeant. We had drill instructor from Marine Corps on JC, Jason Clark. So you're second drill instructor on. Love that. You're also the second female, and the other one was Marine, now Army. So like you're holding up the Army side for drill instructors and for females on the Any Given Day podcast. So I love that.
we
But I gotta say, like, my drill instructor changed my life. Like, at least my main drill sergeant Sproul. And ironically, like, he's somebody who failed to get his Ranger tab as an infantry guy, and he went to Ranger school. But, like, I had the utmost one fear. I'm not gonna lie, like, this guy to this day, like, if he came to my door to this day, I would be like, "Oh, fuck." Like, um, 'cause so, like, fear, but also just respect, like, so much respect, and he helped me to find that, like you said, sense of pride in uniform, pride in service. And like he took whatever the extreme opposite of apathy is, like that is where he brought me. And I'm so thankful for that. And honestly, like RASP, or at the time RIP, like the Ranger selection process, was nothing compared to my basic training experience. Like he made it absolute hell, but in the right way. Like he did it the right way for the right
Right.
reasons. And so comparatively, like everything after was really not that bad. And I'm so thankful for that, because like he probably recognized some potential, but he probably recognized like an undersized, soft little bitch that needed to grow up a little bit, and like he pressed the right buttons. So I guess to say like thank you for feeling that way and having that sense of duty as a drill sergeant, because that no doubt had such an incredible impact on a lot of the folks that came through, your basic training pipeline, where I think that I don't think that's the norm anymore. I don't think drill sergeants take that responsibility, at least on average, the way that they used to.
Yeah. It's
I'm sure
definitely
there's some.
different.
Yeah, it's very different. Very
It's
What
very
years were you a drill sergeant? Do you have an idea?
I was a drill sergeant from 2014 to 2016.
Okay.
And we were probably one of the last few classes to go through the academy that still had to learn every pitch before we pitched it. Now they get, not to call them out, but they get their pitch the day ahead of time and they only memorize in one pitch, where we had to memorize the entire booklet and then go out there and pitch. So there was some high standards that were set for us, even on that end of it, just knowing your drill and ceremony, and then and just yeah, it's a little bit different now. how it goes.
I mean, Alex Morrow would say if you set a high standard, then people will live up to it, right? And similarly, like if you lower the bar, that's where you're gonna bring the average down to.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you definitely can see that difference. And then even now, my husband, he's a first sergeant of drill sergeants. He's in a training company for the combat medic, the whiskey course on post. And yeah, there's, you hear stuff, and then we got the good ones because you need someone, especially a strong first sergeant, to kind of elevate that standard for the drill sergeants as well, to make sure they're out there instilling that pride, man, discipline and pride.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like you really want that, for the next generation in the military. Because man, if we keeps degrading, what is going to be the product that's left over? Like you said, if we keep lowering this standard, what do we have? We have at the end of it. So.
Yeah, and I understand large scale conflict requires bodies, but at the same time,
Mhm.
like I'll roll with 5 who wanna roll, right? Before I'll roll with 9 where 4 of them are indifferent.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
So discipline and pride, 2 things that I think even knowing you from afar are pretty obviously still a pretty important part of your life. Um, I guess one, like what compelled you? Because 12, you said 12 or 13 years in, what compelled you to not take that to retirement, for example?
Ooh, that's an amazing question. I love when people ask me this, because even my dad still asks me this question. "Girl, why didn't you stay?" Basically family. Just to put it plainly, my son at the time, just being on the trail, I rarely saw my kids. Um, so just knowing that the level of impact that I had on soldiers in the military was something that I also wanted to have on my family, like that I wanted to have on my children. And at the time, it was imbalanced. I was having the impact in the military, but not on my kids. So I really wanted to kind of, change that, and getting out was the way for me to do that at the time. My follow-on assignment was going to be another instructor role up there in ROTC in upstate New York. So
Wow.
I was like, oh man, this is going to be another, interesting couple of years for my son. And he was in that development stage where it was kind of like you're either doing good in school or your parents aren't around, and it's kind of downhill from there. So, that was basically the deciding factor. I loved the still, still do. It's definitely wasn't about my love or lack of love for the military and the mission. Definitely was more so for the love for my kids.
So I want to follow up on that, but before I do, a quick aside, what part of upstate New York, or do you remember?
Oh, I wanna say that they were trying to send me up to West Point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wanna say my branch manager was like, back when, we were doing the car, because now the whole branch assignment thing is completely different now. I don't know if you heard, but, they assign things differently, but yeah. Yeah, that's where they're gonna send me. I mean, it
Okay.
sounded really cool, but at the same
Yeah.
time, my son my son needed me.
It's no, that's
So,
fair. I grew up just across the river from West Point, and that's why I asked.
sweet.
And I'm gonna my parents still live there. I'm gonna be out there soon. It's a great area, but same token, totally I understand because I had similar sentiments. Like if it was just me, I probably would have stayed, but I was ready and wanting to get out. And for the most part, because like I didn't have kids yet, but I wanted to be like I couldn't imagine a family in the military. And like
Yeah.
hats off to the people that could do it. My brother just retired. He's got 4 kids. Like I'm like, dude, that's awesome to be able to live that life. But I'm like, for me, I just didn't think that it would work for my vibe. So I get it.
Oh, it was rough, and half of my career in the military, I was a single mom, so on top of that, having to deal with trying to figure and negotiate every time I needed to go on a TDY or a mission,
Yeah.
it it was tough for sure. Um, so yeah, I mean, essentially at after 12 years, I chose my son, and then that's where we're at.
So you've and I mean, what a great choice. You've stayed in the military community though.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you what have you done lately? Like, what are you up to now?
What am I up to now? So currently I do have a full-time job with Wounded Warrior Project. So I do work with them. That's my day job, and then I got, all these side quests that I have going on,
You
and
do the
team
most.
to the most. And then Team RWB is one of my biggest side quests. Really, really love their mission and their impact on just getting people out. A few years ago, not to not make you laugh, Nate, but a few years ago, I did have a friend, that we lost after his transition out of the military, and just seeing like the impact that getting out the house. Getting out and doing things, active things with other individuals, how much of an impact that has on mental health just in general for a lot of us veterans. I mean, that's my whole side quest there. It's just like let's get people motivated to get out of these slumps, get them out and moving, and then meeting other people that you can relate to, and that way we can keep you earthside a little longer, because that's really just like you always say, I want to be around for a good time and a long time.
That's right.
I
They
love
don't
when you
have
say that because that's literally the mission,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the message that I want everybody to feel like that. I want everybody to say, yeah, I want to be around for a long time.
Yeah, those things definitely don't have to be mutually exclusive, and I
No.
think that the biggest way to ensure that is the 2 things you just mentioned. One is a social aspect, which I think is something that is so underrated. And a lot of us, when we think about purpose within military, we think about like the country and pride and patriotism and stuff like that. But what we forget is a lot of our purpose was also just doing right by the people next to us. So putting yourself back in an environment where you are alongside people that you want to do right by. And then the other part of that is doing hard shit together, right? Like that collective suffering. A lot of people mention it on the podcast, like the
Yes.
commiserating. There's so much value in that. And I think that helps with both the good time and the long time.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah, commiserating together. I had so, Army and Marines, we have this long-standing, like, unspoken feud, right? And
It's spoken
and then
now.
for the longest time, it's almost like, "Oh, yeah, we don't associate with each other, one's better than the other, Army's always copying the Marines' uniforms," crap like that. And then I come out and then I participate in communities like this, and then I meet my fellow Marine, and then I'm like, "I fucking love you guys,"
That's
So
right.
it's
Yeah.
so that's another thing, and I was telling my friend just the other day, I'm out here doing this relay, with other veterans, and then there's this Marine, he's running with his flag and book bag, all this Marine Corps stuff on, and he hands me a water bottle because 'cause we're both commiserating,
Yeah.
we're dying in the heat, and we're both drinking, swapping spit out of the same water bottle, and I'm like, "This is what it's about, man. This is it. This is it." This is the best part of the whole relay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank God I
Man,
didn't get sick, afterward. I was
it's
like, "Man, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get sick." The kids are always getting me sick, so
at least then he'd be sick too, so you're still not
But yeah,
alone.
we're still commiserating together, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. I love that, and then I love, like, that we're still able to build some kind of memories, and depending on and I tell people we're meeting you where you're at, wherever that is. So there's like events for anybody. Maybe you can't rock anymore. Let's go for on a walk. Let's go on a hike. Let's do something together. Let's get out the house. But we're still, like you said, that social aspect is so important. So
Well, I love that meeting where they're at, focusing on what they can do because I think there's this, I'm sure it's not unique to. I know it's not unique to the military, but it drives me freaking nuts when people are like, "Oh, but I can't this, that, the other, or I'm broken,
Mhm.
or whatever it is," and it's like profiles is the best example, and I think this is part of where it originates is profiles like, "Oh, here's what someone can't do." And one of the first things I did when I worked with the U now in DC is I had the physical therapist, like we created a form and they would check the boxes of what someone can do. And so like that way that person's coming to me, they're like, hey coach, here's what I can do. As opposed to like, hey, no push-ups, no sit-ups, no run, no group PT, no whatever else. And
I
I'm
love
like, this is the most ridiculous. I'm like, you walked in here, so you're obviously like capable of something.
I remember that. Yeah, you would get these profiles from your soldier. I'm like, so essentially you're dead. Got it. You're dead.
You're
So
yeah,
it,
yeah.
it
Like
it
later.
never made sense. Like everything that was checked off that they couldn't do. So I love that that you had this form that showed what they could do. That's amazing. And I think it changes the mentality a little bit. Like I'm not
That's
coming here to PT just to do fucking arm rotations. Like I can do these things as well, like,
yeah.
so it makes sense.
I mean, one of the biggest things that drives me nuts even now is to see like, you'll have like I don't know, a company level, we'll call it PT, and there'll be like people just like walking the track. And one, like they're walking alone a lot of the times, maybe
Mhm.
even headphones on, probably headphones on. So like social aspect gone. They're not walking with any type of intensity whatsoever. So they're not getting like an equivalent workout. And I'm like, how hard would it be to hell, like for where we're at, we have like fan bikes and rowers that are just in a Connex right there. I'm like, you could just pull out a couple of those, at least put two people side by side, no headphones, give them a pace they're gonna hold for however long. It's like people come to like all the time. I'll have these groups of like senior NCOs who I've never seen in my life, and I have to put them through a PT session. And in the beginning, I'll ask about injuries or whatever, and people are like, yeah, basically like I'm dead. And then I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" With like, left knee, this, that, the other, and I'm like, "Okay, like, you can still do the bike, you can throw the left leg up on the peg, you still got 3 limbs, you can go." Next thing I know, these people are, like, pushing sleds, doing the full deal, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hmm,
Like,
okay."
"Oh, there was a little more that you could have done."
There really was, but I think part of it is just, like, keeping them in the fold, because instead, the alternative is like, "Oh, well, go inside, do your own thing for the next 45 minutes." And, like,
Yeah,
that
no,
that ain't it.
absolutely, absolutely, and I think too, with the important, piece of this puzzle was someone like you too that had the ability to come up with a creative solution, and I think that sometimes that's what some of these units lack too, is that person who has that ability, like, "Okay, let me come up with a different solution or an alternative to these exercises for you," and instead they're like, "Yeah, go walk the track because I don't know what to do with you,"
Yep.
so
Yeah.
so it is I think it's so important to have people, like, trained on that, and that way we get them keep them rolling, keep them moving, keep it greased, so,
Keep it
uh
greased. I
yeah,
love
keep
that.
them greased. Motion is lotion, right? I'm pretty
That's
sure
right.
Hunter's the one that says that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, just keep the wheels greased 'cause, it's crazy, because you see it sometimes. You have your soldier, they go on profile, and then whatever that extent that profile is, it goes downhill from there. It's like they lose their fitness ability or capability, whatever it is that they had before the profile, and then it just degrades from there, and then, I mean, we could talk about all the other things that come with it, like the
Yeah.
painkiller, everything else that,
Yeah. Yeah.
leads to that, but, But
Motrin.
yeah, Motrin.
Mo- Motrin's the starting point.
Motrin is the gateway drug.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
We
But,
had the most recent conversation I had on this podcast. We talked about like Motrin as the solution, and then there's actually a previous episode where I don't know if we got into it in the episode or not, but the person who was on definitely, I think they did get it. We got into it in the episode, but like the answer from the docs was like, painkillers, and like
yeah.
basically had this person comatose for however long. And like the first order of business was to like get off the painkillers.
And then it sucks because now you have this person, you have them on painkillers and muscle relaxers all the time, and now you're like, "Alright, we're gonna stop that now, and you gotta get back to mission," and then you're cutting them off, and
That's yeah,
it's not efficient, like, you're not helping that individual in any way. So you're
it's it
kinda just, "Let's just put this huge patch on this gaping hole, and then
yeah.
let's see where we go from here."
It's that gravitation toward extremes we always talk about in the military, where it's like you're either fully functional, totally on, or you're totally off and you're worthless. Like there's no, I'm like, that's the biggest thing I think with coaching is like you get exposed to this huge middle ground. You're like, oh, there's a spectrum here that exists.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
my gosh. So what is okay, right now, what are you training for in your own endeavors? Oh, that was a good people can't hear the face you just made. So hopefully they're watching this on YouTube.
No, I made that face because I get that question a lot, and, I always say the same thing. I'm training for life. I'm training for life, in a sense, and not to sound corny, but, like, to be harder to kill in a mentality sense, like, for
Yeah,
myself, just to keep myself going and have that purpose and drive, but also, um not to be, like, as lethal as you, Nate, but, some kind of strength, going on here, especially raising, boys, and then just, being a woman that runs on trails here in San Antonio.
yeah,
So,
yeah, okay.
but yeah, just training for life, training for longevity. Yeah, just keeping myself going. Motion is lotion. I wanna keep moving for as long as possible. And I also wanna do it in hopes to inspire other people to get out there as well. I mean, that's my main hope. Like my son calling me yesterday about the gym, that
Yeah.
that's peak for me. When somebody DMs me and is like, "I'm getting back in the gym," that's peak. Like, I love that. So
I mean, years in life and life in years. I think those are two
Yes.
pretty damn good reasons to train, and then the inspiration of others. I mean, I've seen some of your training, and it definitely is A, inspirational, and B, aspirational, right? Like, you get after it.
I
You don't
try.
mess around. You don't
There's
mess
some
around.
cool people out there. I try to keep up. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy it. I love it. It's definitely a good way for me to reset myself to each and every day. Like most of us, we have 3 billion thoughts running through our mind. So it allows me to have a little bit of time to escape all that and then kind of, reset the frame and yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it's definitely there's focus within that physicality, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So do you have any specific events you're training for?
Well,
The face again.
specific specific events. So, number 1, anyone who knows me, they call me and tell me, "Hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to do it with me?" And I'm the yes person. So, so those
Yeah.
events are always on the table. So if you tell me you're doing a Spartan, a marathon, or whatever the heck it is, and you invite me, if I could fit into my calendar, I'm going with you. This just because of the camaraderie aspect of it. Like anything anyone asks me, I'll go. But things that passionate about this year, Marine Corps marathon, of course, because I'm running with the Stop Soldier Suicide team again this year. So that's always a big message for me. Definitely want to keep people alive, keep them here. So definitely gonna do that this October again, and yeah, and get some fundraising going, get the message out there. So the big one.
That's awesome. As you set up the fundraising stuff, make sure you share with me, and I put it out on whatever limited channels I have.
Absolutely, yeah. Love that.
I mean, so you literally embody on the any given day concept, which is like just staying ready to say yes to cool shit. Like to me, that's the whole idea. I train for the same reason. So if somebody's like,
Right.
"Hey, yeah, like hey, you want to go do insert stupid crazy thing here?" I want to say like, "Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
yeah, yeah." Like it it might make you uncomfortable, but you still know you're capable, right? Like be an asset, be capable. So I absolutely love that reason to train. I also love that you have a true event on the horizon with the Marine Corps Marathon
Yes.
and so much purpose behind it. I need to put an event on my calendar. Admittedly, I'm terrible about that. Um, it ain't gonna be the
We
Marine
got
Corps
more bits.
Marathon though.
We got more Marine Corps bits. Let's go.
And
He said that face.
yeah, yeah. The problem with that, like, I wouldn't have an issue with it. I've historically been a decent runner. Now I run maybe once a week because I allocate more of my time on the bike. So like, I
Mhm.
need to sign up for a mountain biking event, but I also ego is a fragile thing. I don't know.
Don't let it get in the way. Okay, look at when I was in, and mind you, I was like 20 pound, almost 20 pounds lighter. I had a decent pace. I was pretty quick. I'm not a fast runner, or I would not consider myself a fast runner now. But I enjoy, like you said, getting out there, spreading the message. I also enjoy a little bit of torture on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting out there. I'm not where I used to be, nowhere near it, but it's still a good time, still a good time, and, but just think on it, we'll see what happens. They'll recruit you into commiserating with me
Yeah.
for 26.2 miles.
Oh my gosh. It
Everybody
would
in the pod, let's
it's
let's cheer Nate on.
I mean, I was gonna say let's challenge everybody listening to join.
That too. Hey, let's go out here.
I know some of the guests would be down for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I
Maggie
would
would
love
be
to see
down,
people
Matt
out
Luke
there.
would be down. Oh, man.
And
I
and I'm starting at a deficit, so there is one thing that I would really challenge me if you invited me to do, and that's pickleball. And I know you and Mark kinda went in on the
oh
whole
my
pickleball
gosh. We
pickleball
got out
court.
of control.
So, I may I may look athletic from the outside, but I have no hand and eye coordination.
Oh, no.
So that would be a sight to see. I would do it if you asked, but it would look pretty bad.
Now are we training multi-directional movement in your training?
I know, not enough, obviously. I
Boy.
played ping pong the other day with someone at work, and they told me at the end that they were playing the opposite of their dominant hand.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, just so you know, man. Oh, I was playing lefty because you really suck. I was like, "Thanks for that." Shout out to Aaron.
Damn, Aaron, you are cold.
He's cold-hearted.
Dude, bro. I love it though. That's pretty sick.
So that's where I'm at with the yeah, I need to do more multi-directional for sure.
All right. So I know that you've already dropped a lot of indirect and even direct phenomenal advice throughout this podcast for the veteran community. And I know that you listen to this podcast, so I know that you know what's coming, which is what would your advice? So I always frame this up as like it could be your former self. So like when you're getting out, it could be somebody transitioning nowadays, somebody maybe who's not even thinking about transitioning. It could be somebody who's been out for 30 years. You could pick any of those subsets or you can talk to all of them in one shot. But what would your advice be for that veteran community to make the most of life after service?
I think the best thing for everyone to do is to find that community that speaks to you. And there's so many different VSOs out there. So find one that speaks to you and what you like to do and what's gonna challenge you to socialize, create those connections beyond service that kind of gives you that feeling of camaraderie again, that gives you that feeling of purpose and just like yeah, just helping with your mental health and those areas of life. There's so many. I mean, there's fly fishing community. You want to fly fish? Let's go fly fish. So please find that area and then stick to that.
So I'm going to take the question one further with you because I know that you're somebody who is very motivational. So when you have the folks, who are still sitting on the couch hearing what you're saying and feeling like it's a far cry from where they're at to where you're trying to get them to go, what would be something that you might tell them to try to motivate them to take that step?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm not letting you out of here easy.
Start small. Definitely, whatever small thing that you can commit to for that time frame, and I'm kind of feeding back into like, our books at Atomic Habits and things like that. Start small. If it's just like if you're just trying to get out the house, get out of the door, let's do a little walk around the block. Let's just start small. Let's inch up to, something bigger, something that's gonna get you going and passionate again. Let's get the engines running. So um rev up slow and that way we can keep going and keep up the pace afterward. Don't start super huge. Don't sign up. You've been on the couch for 3 months. Don't sign up for a marathon. Let's start small. Let's progress, and that way we could be, like you said, good time and a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think but between where you are and where you wanna be are a whole bunch of steps, and you just have to
Yeah,
take the first one, you know? We forget that there is this huge process in the middle that got us to this version of ourselves that we all think back of, that we all, imagine as our best self.
exactly, exactly. And then you can still be your best self now. Don't worry about the past. Yeah, you hear that a lot. Oh, I used to be a 14-minute 2 miler. Who cares, man? This is you
Yeah.
now. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what are you now? What's gonna make you proud now? And it's probably something bigger and better. And it doesn't have to do with your pace or your physical ability. It has to do with what you can contribute to your life, your family, the community. So
That's so well said, and where are you now? I love that, and I love that, where you were this morning was spending time with me, so, Viviana, thank you so much for making the time, coming on, sharing your story this morning.
anytime, anytime.